Hi, I'm Emily Hayes. I'm a senior writer with The Pink Sheet. I'm here at the Biotech Showcase at Park 55 in San Francisco. And I'm interviewing companies who are presenting at this year's meeting. And here with me now I have Kate Torchilin. She is the CEO of Novaseek Research in Boston, Mass. Kate, what are you doing here at the meeting, and can you tell us a little bit about your company?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we're very excited to be at the first digital health showcase as an invited presenter, as a startup company. And we're at the point where we're about 2 years old, and right now we have our products developed and we're commercially kind of launching the products into the market, and it's a great opportunity to really start telling people about us because we're doing something that we feel is fairly unique, bridging kind of the world of pharmaceutical and life sciences R&D and hospitals. And so that's kind of a great opportunity for us to tell our story.
And so what is the Clinical Data Network for Research platform? Can you explain what that's all about?
Oh, absolutely. So Novaseek in general, what we are is a health technology company that enables healthcare organizations and consenting patients participate and share their data as well as biospecimens for research purposes. And so Clinical Data Network for Research, CDNR, is really a technology platform that enables us work with hospitals and other healthcare organizations, structure access to some of the clinical data for the type of patients that they see and that they treat, and in a HIPAA-compliant way process this data and present to researchers who can now use that knowledge about patients and the type of patients that are being treated in U.S. hospitals to really inform their R&D programs and substantially improve on them, and then go back and source biological specimens from patients that fit certain clinical profiles.
And so why is there a need for that? What are the signs that there are challenges with getting biosamples that are of sufficient quality?
So there are two overarching needs, one around specimens and one around clinical data. And so for biological specimens, researchers forever have been needing to get the specimens to do the discovery of new markers of the disease, to validate new diagnostic tests, and it remains hugely inefficient and fragmented industry. A lot of times, actually, the National Institute of Health published the statistics that about 80% of all projects that require biological specimens either greatly delayed or canceled because people cannot find the right biospecimens from the right patients at the right time. So it remains a really big problem in the field to identify the right biospecimens. And nowadays it's actually further exacerbated by the fact that pharmaceutical companies and life sciences companies and the diagnostic companies understand that in order to bring better products onto the market, they really need to understand patient population and clinical characteristics of patients better and earlier in the discovery. So right now, even at the very early biomarker discovery steps, people sitting in the labs, researchers, are now needing to understand the clinical profiles and the clinical histories of patients from whom they're receiving biological specimens. And this data, basically, it's quite impossible until Novaseek really started building out its platform, has been impossible to get, especially in compliant manner, compliant with HIPAA and compliant with Office of Human Subject Research regulations. And that's kind of what we're creating.
And so what does this mean for industry, and do you have industry partners right now?
Yeah, so we have, there are three key constituents that we serve as a company. There are life sciences and pharmaceutical R&D, our healthcare partners, so hospitals and other healthcare organizations, and patients. And so from industry standpoint, from life sciences R&D, pharmaceutical R&D, what we're now providing for the first time ever is really access in a very easy and intuitive and compliant way, access to clinical data and information about the types of patients that are being treated across different facilities in the United States, so that can inform and drive R&D programs. And that with the goal ultimately to de-risk a variety of R&D projects and to improve R&D productivity, accelerate bringing new developments to market. So then our hospital partners actually have a chance, even if they're not major academic medical center, can now participate in that activity and implement Novaseek programs that is very closely aligned to existing hospital workflows. And actually we help them automate and track, again, the right information and the right specimens that can be forwarded for research. And the benefit ultimately for the patients, it's again the opportunity to participate in that research-related activity, even if they are treated, within large academic medical center, outside of in the community type hospital, but with very very strict and informed respect to their rights and under the consent. So we only work with information and specimens from patients who expressly consent to participating in the program.
And do you have a sense of how much you could save companies financially when you mentioned R&D productivity savings potential?
So the typical, it's kind of a known statistics in the field that a day of the development of pharmaceutical, in the pharmaceutical company, a day of drug development is about $200,000. And it's another well-known statistics that biospecimen collection programs often get delayed by weeks, if not months. So we're really looking at multi-million-dollar savings per pharmaceutical account, with the opportunity to really utilize the knowledge about the types of and the clinical profiles of patients early in their discovery to then source better specimens. So we think that ultimately when the platforms are broadly adopted and the specimens are broadly sourced this way, it will have very substantial impact.
And would you like to share any observations of the meeting so far, the Biotech Showcase meeting?
Well, I think it's an amazing format, and it's definitely, a lot of people come to JP Morgan, and then, to have that dedicated forum that's very focused on biotechnology and partnerships, I think it's a great idea, because it gives people very structured way of getting together and, looking for the right partnerships. And we're also very curious to see how the digital showcase, within that format will function, because obviously a lot of attention is right now on digital health.
And just one final question, how can our viewers find out more about your company?
We have a website that's novaseekresearch.com, and then there is a contact information on the website, and so that's the perfect way of reaching out to us.
Okay, thank you, Kate.
Thank you.